3 draw? What? No way. Greeks 5. So everybody's 5 right now? Let's take a look. A 3-way draw. Come on, guys. That's actually a good sign. That means that we've got a lot of different interests here, which I think is cool. I guess nobody took Parthia. I can't see the... Post the link, if you don't mind, again, to the actual the straw poll. Cheers. All right, I'm going to go ahead and... I'm voting too, so we're going to see. I think I'm going to have to go with... What? I've already voted on this poll? It caught me cheating, guys. It's not fair. It's not supposed to catch that. When I cheat, I don't want anyone finding out. So far, we've definitely got Greeks. All right, we're going to go with the Greeks, guys. So now we basically get to choose from 3 of the different Greek factions. We've got, of course, the Macedonians, Greeks, or, of course, the Syracusans. I would consider these all essentially Greek factions. In some way, you could even argue that the Ptolemaics, the Egyptians, are a pretty Greek faction. There's certainly a lot of Greek influence, you know. So let's see here. Sadly, no Spartans, Toys and War. This is a bit early for the Spartans. Macedon. I like Macedonians. Roram down is also saying Macedon. I think Macedon is the way we're going to go, guys. I like your decision. So we're going to jump into the campaign, and we're getting started a bit early here. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's see how we do. So we're doing the Rise of Rome campaigns. Let's go ahead and jump in here. Yes, it is Crisis PD. It certainly is. All right, let's see. So I'm going to take Macedonia. If we can, yeah, I believe we can. We may not be able to take it in this early campaign. No, I believe it's right there. There we go. So we're definitely taking the earliest iteration of the Macedonians. And now we have to choose our enemies. Who should we choose as enemies? So I'm thinking I want to go with the Greeks as enemies. Pretty straightforward. I mean, the Greeks versus the Macedonians, it's as old as time itself. Now, we could go up to the legate difficulty. I'm going to go up to that. I don't want to go to governor. That's just a bit above my pay grade. So we're going to stick to legate. Not to mention, you can actually choose the first battle size, etc., this sort of thing. But we're going to go ahead and probably just stick to basically just a large battle. First battle size will be, let's say, small, because it is the first battle. Last battle size, large. I think that's going to be pretty fair. And we'll create. So let's go for it, guys. And let's hope that we get a victory here. Thanks for following us, man. And hey, Pat Garrett, how you doing, man? Oops. A reminder there. Okay. So we are playing as Macedon, my friends, facing the Greek states to determine essentially who should control this area. So for the force selection, I'm immediately going to go ahead and take Superior Warband Close Order. You wouldn't expect to have a Superior Warband in an army like this, but we've got one sure enough. And of course, usually when I play as the Romans, I like to sort of have a checkerboard formation. But in this case, I think we're going to have to go for just a straightforward phalanx. So just basically keeping the guys really close here, ready to fight and die at a moment's notice. Okay, and let's go ahead and grab some Torokaitai. These guys are okay. Not as good as the Pike Phalanx, but they're decent. And let's get some Armored Noble Cavalry. So I'm going to put some over here. Veteran Armored Cavalry I'm going to put up here. And we're slowly running out of points, so we want to be careful. Just straight Armored Cavalry is probably a good idea. And I think for the rest, I want to go for some Cretan Archers. Let's get some Light Javelin Men right here. We're at 78. Veteran Pike Phalanx. I didn't even spot this. So I'm going to put the Veteran Pike Phalanx. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What am I doing wrong? Ah, it costs more. All right. I think we'll get rid of the Thorephoroi. So let's see if we can... Then again, it's our first battle. So indecisive, Agrippa. Let's see. I've got hair. What am I doing playing old men's games? It probably won't stick around for much longer. I'm assuming I've got a good 4 or 5 years, and then the hair's gone. So I think here I'm going to just go ahead and grab some more Toraforoi. At least we'll have more of them in general. We'll outnumber the enemy somewhat. Maybe not. We'll have to wait and see. Put the Toraforoi right there. 36. I am going to grab heavy artillery. Hell yeah. We're going to drop the heavy arty back here. Let's see. He looks like he knows what he's doing. Where's our Agrippa? Yeah, I've been playing a lot recently, so I'm a little bit better than I usually am, but believe me, I have a lot to learn. And just look at this beautiful army. We've got the army of Macedon, remember, taking on the Greeks. We've got to win, guys. It's that simple. I'm going to go ahead and end our turn, turning it over to the Greeks, and let's see what they do. So they've actually got a pretty nice setup over here. As you can see, they are in a similar situation as us. They've got a nice little hill over here, and I think we're going to advance. It's that simple. You are early. In fact, yeah, you're just in time. You're doing great. 1601. Yeah, sure enough, you are just in time. Okay, let's see. Hey, Dave, how you doing, man? No, they're both great games. Shifting Sands, the one Dave is mentioning, is our command series. A very, very complicated, although fascinating game series. Let's see. I think we can end the turn here. Let's crush the Greeks, boys and girls. Okay. I'm definitely going to be advancing. It's a good question, Maydolf. Especially when you're playing as Greeks, it can be kind of a pain because you have to decide whether you're going to initiate the Phalanx attack or whether you're going to let the enemy actually attack you. In this case, I can see that the enemy line is just a little bit longer than ours. Not to mention he's got some light javelin men here in front, so I think we let them attack, probably, more than likely. But we'll see. I mean, maybe we'll change our option. We'll do something a little bit different. I might stay put just because of the heavy artillery and let them attack me. So let's end the turn. And if they start moving forward, that's actually going to make my day. But look at that. They took heavy artillery too. They just fired it into our Cretan archers, and they did not move forward. Man, these guys are sneaky. Okay, fair enough. Move up a little bit. Move forward. I don't think we're going to be able to use that artillery, but we'll get a nice throw here on the light javelin men with our Cretan archers. These guys are excellent. And hello, everybody. 116 viewers. That's so cool. Don't forget, guys, we are going to be giving away keys during this stream. That's going to be a major draw here. So some of you guys may not even have to purchase the game because you'll get it here. Now, one thing about these keys that you should keep in mind is these particular keys will not start working until the game is released. The game is released in about 57 minutes, but I just want to let you know if you put the code in now and try to play, you're not going to be able to. You have to wait just a bit. So we'll end the turn here. And I'm getting nervous, man. I'm really nervous. I mean, you guys know I'm not usually nervous when I'm doing a stream, but this is actually not a setup I like to have to deal with. Dealing with the enemy Phalanx, they're on top of a hill, not to mention. This could get pretty violent, pretty dangerous. I'm going to go ahead and move forward and just try to sort of coax them out of the hole here. Just fire away. Hello, Filippo. Buongiorno. No, it's not buongiorno, is it? It's a bit too late for buongiorno. Buonasera. Let's go ahead and move forward here. Move up with the whole command. And remember, these are our armored cavalry units. Unless they get behind the enemy, I don't see them really improving our situation all that much. Ah, okay. Grazie, Musso. Buon pomeriggio. Ah, Buonasera is right. Oh, we got see these Italians. The Italians don't even know their own language. They're disagreeing on good afternoon. I love it. That's what I love about living in this country. They disagree on everything. Which one is it? Is it pomeriggio or buonasera? Are there detailed unit descriptions? That's a good question. There certainly are. So if you just select a unit, you can actually see down here the type of unit it is, the AP, the strength of the actual unit, and you get even more information if we're looking before the battle at the actual strategic map. You could do that as well. So we're going to go ahead and keep on moving forward, and I think we can end the turn here. That's Bart. How you doing, man? But his hair is not curly enough. It's looking an awful lot like yours, Bart. He also makes a lot of noise. All right, let's end the turn. Here we go, guys. Charging 21. There we go. Falling back, and actually they're getting some good throws here. I thought our guys would evade, but I actually should have thought this one through, because the fact is they're light javelin men. The enemy is also a light javelin unit, so they wouldn't necessarily evade when you're being attacked by a fellow light javelin unit. Now, if it was a spear unit or a cavalry unit, they would absolutely evade. In this case, they thought they could win the battle. But the good news is the enemy army is moving forward. So we'll go ahead and take a look here. Okay. No peppermint for you. Those things are delicious, Bart. They are very, very good. Let's see. Hamburger Hill, we have Vietnam references going on here. All right, guys. We're going to keep attacking. So I want to see how I want to deal with this situation. First things first, turn and shoot at the light javelin men. I'm holding our position right now because the enemy seems to be attacking us. So I'm going to hold here and hope that they go ahead and take the bait, and that way we can catch them off balance really, really easily. I actually wish we could move this pike phalanx into this formation, but that's just not possible right now. What about getting this cavalry out here? This might be an okay idea. Now we have to be careful because we've got Cosmos, the son of Theophanes, who's one of the Macedonian generals, and he's in this unit, so we don't want him getting killed. Bon Pomeriggio is good as well. Anticipating the clash now taking place. Nefarious K quoting a line from Full Metal Jacket. I think the line is, I'm gonna miss going home and not having any people worth killing, is the line. Great movie. Let's end the turn here, turn it over to the Greeks. Bunch of effete, wine-guzzling swine that we don't even have to worry about. We're at Macedon. We can crush them, and we're gonna crush them. I hope so. I don't want to have to eat my words here, but I am confident that we can smash these Greeks once and for all. What is the difference compared to Field of Glory? Greatly improved look of the units, greatly improved terrain, increased scenarios, I'm not sure if we have more factions. We have 48 factions in this game, guys. I don't think you guys understand the incredible aspect of that. And it's not just 48 factions, it's 48 factions with what I believe is 68 army lists. So some of the factions have multiple army lists, of course, depending on the time period. But that part's just great. Now look at this. The enemy's actually a bit askew here, and I think we could get a really good charge with our pike phalanx. So we're going to go ahead and draw first blood here, guys. We're sending in the pikes first. Come on, boys. 21, not bad at all. We could go ahead and smash into these guys, but I want to see how these guys would do. So I'm taking a risk here, but I'm going to attack their Thurophoroi with our Thurokatai, and I'm sure I'm getting these, terribly mangling these words. 78 army list. Thank you, Alexios. So we're going to go ahead and move forward once again. And I'm confident we can do okay against these guys. I'd like to get one of our cavalry units to turn this way and go after the enemy. So I'm going to try. But we also have to be careful of this unit. And actually, we can get a pretty decent impact charge. I believe this is general against general. So we've got Akakios, son of Melanthios, running away. Typical amongst these effete Greeks. Just run away. You know, any problem arises, run away, run away. I actually didn't mean to do that, so let's undo the move. I do, however, want to turn this unit around, and I'm hoping that this guy's not close enough to smash into them. I don't think that they're going to be able to. Love the smell of napalm in the morning. It smells like victory. I don't know how we got from, you know, a ancient warfare game into Full Metal Jacket and Platoon and Vietnam era movies. But I love Vietnam era movies and I love ancient warfare games. So I'm happy either way, guys. I'll be honest with you. Certainly not Alexander's relative. No, of course not. All right, let's see. So we could already get a pretty nice charge here. With our superior warband, but this is actually our commander-in-chief. So essentially, this guy is the head general in our army right now. I think before we do anything, we want to go ahead and fire some missiles here. And I'm going to move with my Phalanx. Now, that's not to say I'm not going to charge with the warband. I'm just going to be careful. So, 85% chance of win. 86% chance, as a matter of fact. We are going to charge with Dionysios, son of Ambrosius. And this guy is not kidding around. We can also go ahead and charge here. Although, once again, this is going to be a bit risky because we've got some enemy pike phalanx right there. But this is a raw pike phalanx. And basically, what I mean by a raw pike phalanx is these guys they're recruits. They're raw recruits. They've barely seen any training. You know, they've just been given their equipment. They're not ready for warfare. So even though these guys might do a pretty good job initially, they're going to break down quite quickly, I believe. It's just a guess. And again, you know, guessing happens quite a lot in any aspect of military life. Sort of part of it. Now, I know that we've got a Thoroforai unit over here on our flank, but I'm trying to break this Thoroforai unit first with our phalanxes. And I hope we do an okay job, because I don't want this guy on our flank. It's definitely dangerous. He could charge in here and get a nice hit on this unit, which he probably will. And let's just check over here, see what else we can do. And I think we're ending the turn and turning it over to the enemy. If you guys want, we can already get started on a, if Cheeto's watching, we could get started on some sort of bet here. Do you guys think I'm going to win? And let's get some sliths going left and right. All right, confirm. My artillery's all the way back, Mildolf, but I think we're just too far away for it to be useful. We might still be able to fire with it. That's actually a good suggestion. I'm going to try, but I'm not sure if it's going to work. The enemy's still using their artillery, and that was actually pretty effective against a light javelin men unit. There we go. We've disrupted some Greeks, guys. Good start. We've almost disrupted these guys. We pushed them back. Not the same thing. 30, disrupted this unit. 33, fragmented that unit. Oh, we are crushing these Greeks already, guys. He's legging. No, thank you, Mildolf. Thank you, Al-Shagaz. Very happy to hear that. All right, let's see. We smash into these guys. We could do that. Or we could take this unit. And actually, it doesn't look like we would get a very strong attack with the armored cavalry against the Thoroforai. I understand that they're a spear unit, but they're turned away from us. But I think if we were on this tile, we'd have done a lot better. That would be a definite flank. From here, we're actually kind of attacking from the front. So that's unfortunate. What I will do is move these guys here, turn them towards the enemy, and prepare for the next attack. And no, I think once again, we're going to have to be behind the enemy. Let's see if we can't charge here. Kill them all, boys. 14, and oh, we lost our first man. Now, of course, you guys have to understand that these, when you see one man dead on the battlefield, that doesn't mean we've only lost one guy in the battle. It's just a representation of the amount of men in the unit, and I really like it. Richard Bodley Scott, who I'm not going to tell you who he is in this chat, but I'm sure you guys can figure it out. He actually told me that his wife made him do this. I don't know if he was kidding, because he's got a very good sense of humor, the guy, but at the same time, I think it was a really cool touch. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I love seeing dead bodies on the battlefield. That sounds a little morbid. Jeez, I mean, I don't mean it that way. It's just, you know, I like to see, like, the soldiers down. I can kind of see how the situation is progressing. It's just something I kind of enjoy in these sort of games. Now, this is the tough part. We do have Dionysios, but now he's no longer in the fight because the enemy actually ran away. So I'm going to actually turn him towards this group of enemies and prepare him for the next fight. And I'm going to attack forward with this Phalanx unit. Let's take a look here. Let's keep looking. Yes, yes. A Blood and Gore DLC. I would love a Blood and Gore DLC, to be honest with you. Like I said, I love the bodies on the field. The Blood and Gore just adds things for me. I mean, it just makes things even more interesting. Here we go. Smashing through the Thorofore, and we've broken our first unit, guys. That is beautiful. We've also disrupted some units behind it, but absolutely a solid break. And we might be getting another solid break right here. I think we're going to. Let's go for it. Solid break. There we go, guys. 2 enemy units routing. Things are looking pretty cool. Pretty cool. Try to throw some javelins at those light javelin units. And 33. Man, that's pretty vicious. I think we're pretty much finished. Oh, wait a minute. We've still got the enemy general. So he's going to stick around for the fight. Nice. I'm going to get this guy over here, the Armored Noble Cavalry. I want to try to attack the enemy general next turn. Let's take a look. Oh, that makes sense. Thanks, Alexius. All right, let's see. So I think we're going to go ahead and end the turn here, turn it back over to the Greeks. I am hoping that we can hold on because so far we're off to an excellent start, guys. If we can keep this up, we can absolutely get victory. Oh, that's right, the artillery. I don't think we're close enough, unfortunately, to get any shots with the arty, but at least we know it's here. So if we start getting pushed back or anything like that, we have to fall back a bit. We know what we have to do. Let's end the turn. Oh, Pixel. All right, so I was worried about that. That's a flank charge on our unit. They're also getting a flank charge with their raw pike phalanx. I'm not too concerned about the raw pike phalanx. I think we can break them easily, but I was worried about this flank charge. And of course, you're always going to be, under threat of a flank charge in a phalanx versus phalanx situation like this. It's bound to happen. Take a look here. Yeah, absolutely, Sloth DLC. That's a good question. So you press the tab button if you want to find out whether or not you've moved all your units. That'll move on to the next movable unit, etc., etc. And you'll be able to kind of decide what to do. And hello, everybody. We've got 130 viewers. It's great to see everybody here. I'm trying to finish off the enemy general. And actually, I'm not sure what happens when we didn't get the guy to retreat off the field. We just got him to run off the field. If Richard Wadley Scott could let us know what that means. Does that mean he's gone for good, or could he return? Also, we're going to get an amazing flank charge here with our glorious armored cavalry, and I think we can break them, and they've broken. They've also dropped one of their men, and actually, they're trapped here. These guys are desperately trapped. I don't think they're going anywhere this turn. And also, we can go ahead and bring our main general here. Now, I would caution you guys against using your main general the way I'm using mine right now. This is the commander-in-chief of our army. If he dies, we are more than likely going to lose this battle. So I'm taking a big risk. But I'm going to go ahead and charge forward, because I know we can get a great flanking charge, or not a flanking charge, just a regular charge. Disrupt to the enemy unit. We might be able to also disrupt them just a little bit more. 26. They held firm, so they're actually going to put up a fight. These bastards. All right. We're also going to go for an impact charge right here, my friends. A flanking charge into the side of the phalanx unit. And what did I tell you guys about the raw pike phalanx? Like I said, these guys have never seen a battle in their entire lives. The second we hit them with what I would consider not a very strong unit, the Thoroforoi, they ran away immediately. So once again, that's why I wasn't really too worried about the flanking or anything like that. Not to say it's not, a dangerous situation, but in most cases, if you're facing a unit that weak, you'll be just fine. Let's go ahead and move forward here on these Thoroforoi. And another break, guys. We are walking all over these Greeks. We're just slaughtering them. It's just unbelievable. And fight, you're the keys, Circus Maximus style. Okay. Let's keep on moving, guys. So this is the one part of the battlefield I would say where we're not doing so well. We could move these guys out over here. We apparently can't move over to our left, primarily the right, so I'm going to do that. Try to get involved in a fight over here, and I'm also going to end the turn. But it's good to see that we've got these guys on the run, man. We really, really do. I mean, if we look at this, 28% of the enemy army has already retreated, and we've barely just started the battle. What's going on here? Sparta 300 keys. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, let's end the turn, guys. Turning it over to the effete Greeks. I don't expect much from them. But sometimes they manage to do some pretty amazing things. And right here, for instance, they're definitely winning the battle against that particular pike phalanx unit. But I think we're going to win. Ooh. Oh, that was rough. So you can see there, the artillery, since we have a hoplite unit that's compact and really close together, that artillery did a lot of damage. Not to mention, they did break one of our units. So they actually did an okay job there, but I think we're about to break this unit. We actually managed to push them back, and I want our commander-in-chief to finish them off. Let's go for it. Come on. No prisoners, and they've auto-broken. Beautiful. Not to mention, this unit is disrupted. We're going straight for a charge. 15. Not too shabby, but of course it could be better. And I'm going to move up with the Thorakitai that are just a bit stronger than the Thoraphoroi. 43. They're fragmented, guys. This could be a chance to break another unit. Let's go for it with our armored cavalry. And we've broken them. Beautiful. We're also cutting them down as we move along. Does Fog of War exist in the game? I would let Alexius answer that. So let's keep on moving forward. We could go straight for an attack here, but as you can see, the chance of a win, yes, we'd probably win by 1%. We'd win the impact, but the fight after that, the actual melee fight, we would be at a disadvantage. The fact is, this is a spear unit. We've got a cavalry unit. We don't want to mess with those guys. It's just not something we want to deal with. Let's take a look. And yeah, let's keep the spam to a minimum, guys. I much prefer when you guys are actually contributing something cool to the stream. Let's see. 34% chance of a charge here. That would be fairly beneficial to us. Let's go for it. Why not? It's a bit of a risk. But what isn't a risk, right? There we go. 22. I'd actually rather our phalanx face them. But let's see first. So, no, you know what? We'll go ahead and we'll turn the Thoraphoroi towards them. Primarily because I want to go after these units. Although I know they're going to run if we charge them. That's the frustrating part. So what do we do? What to do? What to do? That left side's a little dangerous. Let's move these guys up as well. Oh, you bet I'm firing at their actual hoplites. Okay, let's go ahead and attack here. And yes, they're going to evade. I sort of expected that. But I think we're going to be able to charge their general unit. And actually, their general unit might put up a pretty good fight. This is Eustachius, son of Chrysanthos. And this guy is the commander-in-chief of the Greek army. So if we could wipe him out, of course we're going to be at a great advantage. That's number one. And number two, the enemy is going to be absolutely terrified. So let's keep on moving forward. I think we've moved all our men. We still have our artillery, but unfortunately, he doesn't have many options here. The enemy is just too far away. You can see this is a bit of a distance, to say the least. We have a nice little view of the battlefield here. Okay, I think we can end the turn. I just want to make sure we've moved everybody. So let's go ahead and actually turn this way. All right, ending the turn, guys. There we go. We've got some enemy dispersals. It's looking good, but they're also getting some really good shots on the Pike Phalanx. As you can see, we got a little too far ahead of ourselves, and now they basically surrounded us with missile units, and they're doing some damage, without a doubt. Flank attack by their Pike Phalanx unit, and actually we disrupted them. That was incredible. Just goes to show you the power of Macedon. And we held firm against these guys too. In fact, they just dropped one of their units. That was incredible defense. And that's after getting smashed with javelins. Now, yeah, I expected them to hit us with the artillery, but that Pike Phalanx unit, without a doubt, is one of the bravest units we have on the field right now. Okay, let's see. So let's see what we can do here. And actually, I think I want to take my Thorophoroi. But, so we're ZOC'd by the Pike Phalanx. That's unfortunate. We're not going to be able to attack them. The zone of control is unfortunately owned by them. We are going to, however, go ahead and charge forward. 47. Enemy held firm, but we pushed them back. That's not too bad. And actually, I'm going to try to get behind the enemy here. So my idea is basically we force the enemy back here, but now we're behind the enemy commander-in-chief. Let's do the same over here. We're going to turn our commander-in-chief towards the enemy. And we're going to turn our armored cavalry towards the enemy too. So we're just extra prepared for the fight here. Also want to make sure we don't get hit by the enemy Pike Phalanx. So let's keep moving, and let's see if we can't just run past them with Cosmas, son of Theophanes. Maybe. The gods will never abandon us now, says Sloth DLC. Yeah, we're doing okay. I mean, a lot of people seem to have sort of, you know, a belief that we're going to win and a belief that we're going to do well against the Greeks here. And I think that's definitely a possibility. I think we're doing pretty well. 35, they're disrupted. We can move in. Oh, yes, some Thorophoroi for a nice charge. Kill them all. Ooh, pretty good. So they're actually not doing too bad. All right, let's go ahead and fire some beautiful arrows here into the backs of the Pike Phalanx. And I could keep on chasing the enemy here. That might not be such a terrible idea, but I think the best thing to do is face the enemy this way and just go in ahead and attack pike to pike. Really want to try to match up our pikes with theirs and see who wins the battle ultimately. All right, I think we're pretty much done there. Let's end the turn and turn it over to the Greeks. Let's take a look here. We can't answer that question, Drugut, but it's a good one. It's a good question. So Siri is saying that he thinks the Thoracatai should be heavy infantry with offensive spearmen since they wore the steel cuirass, which is an interesting suggestion. I know the Thorophoroi are medium foot, but they don't have any sort of steel armor. But I can see what you mean about the Thoracatai. It's an interesting point for sure. Let's end the turn here. So 37% routing on the enemy, and I'm loving that. Oh, that's really cool, Alan Sharif. So Alan Sharif says, the draw in Field of Glory 2 for me is not the improved units or map, it's the campaigns. These give the battles a narrative I really enjoy. And I can totally understand what you're saying. The campaigns are really fun in this game. And of course, you know, choosing from 48 different factions, the replay value is endless. It really is. You just have so much that you can do here. Now their missile units are getting a little more vicious here. We've got to be careful. Enemy held firm. Come on, boys. Fragmented. That's what I'm looking for. All right, here we go, guys. First things first, let's get some shots on these enemies right here. 13, not too bad at all. And we could actually probably break the enemy unit with this unit, but I think I want to try to attack from here. 33, enemy unit has broken, guys. I really do want to charge in here and attack the Thorophoroi, but we're going to be doing this with our general unit. So this is, again, a major risk. 51, and they've broken! Yes! Glory to Dionysodoros. He's doing a great job. So he just broke through the enemy line there. The enemy is at 46%. I want to take a look here. Now, for those of you that are new to the game, this is essentially how you win. Routing at least 40% of the enemy troops or 25% more than we've lost or routing 60% of the troops. So we might be able to win here. We'll have to see what happens. I'm pretty sure that we got this. So we've got that enemy general right there. He's going to cause us some trouble for sure. I'm going to turn my pike phalanx towards him, so this way they'll both be facing each other. Nobody will really do better than the other one. And I believe that this guy has gone into square formation. I could be mistaken. Alexius can correct me if I'm wrong, but I see his men turn both ways. So I do believe he's gone into the phalanx formation to avoid cavalry attacks. And yeah, almost certainly that's what he's done. So let's go for the light javelin men. And wow, the light javelin men have put up a decent fight there. They actually managed, excuse me guys, they actually managed to keep our cavalry away. And I do apologize, guys, if I get a little rusty with my voice. I have a sinus infection. I get them every single year. They're frustrating as heck. So occasionally you might hear me, all of a sudden I sound like Darth Vader, but I will get over it. Let's take a look here. Surround their general. That's not a bad idea. That's really not a bad idea. Let's see what's going on here. 33% chance. I think we can get a nice attack. All right. Again, there we're not so lucky. So we could technically surround their general. Just not sure I want to do that. Because then we're committing, essentially, to that one general. We're committing to actually fighting. And things could get pretty dangerous. So I think we're just going to keep playing it safe. At least that's how I see it. And we are playing it pretty safe, and especially by our standards. We want some keys. Well, I see no reason why we can't start giving out some keys. Feel free, Cheeto, or Muso, to start giving out some keys. Now, I want to let you guys know that the keys we're providing to you guys right now, they are keys for the game, but they're not going to be activated until the game is activated as well. So the game is going live in about 29 minutes. You guys will be able to redeem the keys then, but for now, just hold on to them and use them when we tell you to. Excuse me, guys. Again, I'm going to be doing a lot of that throat clearing throughout the stream, so I do apologize. There's really nothing I can do about it. Let's take a look here at our cavalry. Once again, I want to get away from the enemy Thorophoroi, so I'm hoping they can't chase me. They might be able to catch me here, though. Let's hope they don't. And look at all the bodies on the field. Already so many wounds here from the consistent damage from the phalanx. And yeah, it's a nasty fight. Let's end the turn and hope for the best. Come on, boys. Ooh, right here. I was worried about that. Some of the enemy units are dispersing, though. A lot of them are routing. More dispersals. More routing units. Hold on. Okay. So, Muso's going to start giving out some keys, guys. And there we go. Unfortunately, we broke. We also had a unit get dispersed there. Now, we did manage to evade the Thorophoroi, but I don't think we're going to run away with a victory just yet. And actually, they're doing pretty well against this unit as well. Things just got a little interesting. There we go, victory! Oh, wonderful. We did seem to win. Excellent, guys. We're going to take a look here at the end casualties. That's a Macedonian victory over these Greek dogs. We've slaughtered them, and we can claim this as a glorious victory. So it's pretty awesome. As you can see here, the casualties, 837 killed on the enemy side, 1,040 wounded. We have many captured and deserted, which I'm sure are going to make some excellent slaves for Macedon for sure. And of course, we'll take a look here at the friendly side, 364 on our own side that's been lost. It happens. Not that many men, 731 wounded, and let's hope that they actually recover from their wounds. Let's put it that way. All right, guys, now we're moving on to the next part of the campaign. And here we go. You guys get to decide once again. We've successfully achieved the victory conditions. The enemy are retreating to join up with reinforcements. We could either pursue them with our advance guard and engage them before they can join up with their reinforcements, or we can let them escape this time and continue your advance at a steady pace. So guys, that's either 1 or 2. So I'm going to let you guys decide which you'd prefer. And I think the first to 5, let's say, we'll go ahead and go with that. Congrats, Nixon. All right, 2, 2, 2, 3 2s, 2 1s, 3 1s, 3 1s, 3 2s, 4 5 1. 1 wins it. 1 wins it. That's it. All right, so we're going to jump into choice 1 here. I hope this is a good choice because I am a little concerned about facing the enemy so soon after a fight. All right. Well, we really don't have many men in this battle. I wonder why that is. It's a little strange, unless all our men are... No. That is definitely a little strange. Oh, so I guess this is definitely a much smaller battle. Wow, okay. A much, much smaller battle. So this is essentially just a tiny engagement here to decide who's going to take the field. We've got some definite units here. Unless I've made some sort of mistake. I don't think I have. It just happens to be this is what happens when you take the tougher of the two choices, without a doubt. We are definitely facing an army that's slightly larger than ours. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I would say definitely a tough army. And I like the suggestion there, use the river for flank protection. That's a really good suggestion. So basically, if we can keep our units kind of over here to with their sides to the river, the enemy's not going to be able to flank us this way at least, which is really cool. And we'll end the turn. Turn it over to the Greeks. All right, we take back all that stuff about them being effete and cowardly, and they're very, very brave. Wink, wink, you know. We just want to make sure that if we lose this battle, they don't just kill us outright, put it that way. Let's keep moving forward. And once again, I'm going to let the enemy come to me in this case. We could use these woods to our advantage, so I'm going to do that. And we'll move forward a little bit more here with our archers. Don't follow the majority. This is going to be an interesting fight. I'm not actually sure who will win this one. I'm just as confused as you guys are as to whether or not I can win this one. Let's go. All right, they're moving forward. The Thotofuroi are the first up. Love to kill the pike phalanx here, but I don't know if we're going to get a chance. Let's see. Okay, first things first. Let's start damaging the enemy. Come on. So I've actually had a lot of people ask, specifically on other streams, like, why do the Javelineers have to get so close? You know, the Javelin it's not like an arrow where you can sort of fire it at a distance. You do have to get somewhat close to the enemy. Now, from what I understand, generally in this time period, you'd run up with your Javelin, you'd throw it, and you'd run right back behind your lines. So in this case, that can also happen. That's why the evade maneuver is in the game, so that your men can actually evade the enemy attack. But we'll have to wait and see if it occurs this game and how it affects us, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and... Ooh, we might be able to get a charge here, although not a very effective one, so we'll be careful. And actually, we'll get this guy out of the woods. Not sure what we should do with this cavalry unit. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe over here on the right side might be a good place to put him. Let's do that. All right, we're ending the turn. We still have to get a shot here. I'm going to get a shot at the enemy general unit. 6. Not bad. Not bad. All right, their general is charging our general there. They're charging our Thorakatai. And we actually managed to push them back, which is very surprising. Man, there are a lot of Greeks here. Oh, you're getting an error trying to log on to the Slytherin site, Opus the Foul? Okay, I'm actually very confused as to what to do here. So I want to attack, but at the same time we've got an enemy general unit right there, which would also make for a great target. And we've got an enemy general unit directly in front of us. What to do, what to do. First we attack here. Very even. Let's attack here as well. Very even. And let's go for the charge. 37. The enemy held firm, but we pushed them back. That's pretty cool. Move these guys forward. Let's go ahead and throw some javelins there. And actually, one of them just fell down. Oh, that would be painful. Move this guy up here and throw some javelins. 9. And it looks like so far we're maybe winning the fight against the enemy general. Disrupted the enemy unit. Let's charge downhill. Remember, we're going downhill here, guys, with our armored noble cavalry. And they held firm. I'm actually really, really surprised by that, and I actually have a great deal of respect for the enemy. That was a tough fight. I'm going to move our general here, and hopefully next turn they can go ahead and slam into Eustakes and get rid of him entirely. I think that's all the movement we can do this turn. Let's end the turn. Here we go, guys. Ooh, flank attacks there. And even if the flank attack is just a missile attack, it's painful. It's going to be damaging to your army one way or another. That totally makes sense. Thanks, Alexios. So essentially, somebody was asking, you know, why is this army so small? And Alexios is correct. The option we selected, now, when you win a campaign battle, you get a number of different options. Sometimes the option will be chase the enemy. Sometimes the option will be wait for the enemy reinforcements or wait for your own reinforcements. In this case, we chose the option to cut the enemy off before they reached their reinforcements. So our rear guard, or their rear guard, is not as large, and our advance guard is not going to be as strong either. You know, only a few men are strong enough or fast enough to get to this position, you know, within the time constraints. Now, I want to go ahead. I definitely want to charge with this cavalry unit, but let's face it, right now, it's not going to work out for us. So we're going to charge with the Phalanx. And let's take a look here just at the battle. It's a very small battle. I want to just you guys take a look at the land in the game. It's beautiful. Again, keep remembering and keep in mind that each battle you face is going to be different. It's randomized. The terrain is randomized. We just happen to get very lucky in this battle. We have a river to our right, which is going to help big time. There's also some land bridges here, though, so it's not totally untenable. You could get across the river if you wanted to, but it would be a lot of work. Now, in the meantime, let's keep attacking this general right here. Whoa, what did I do? There we go. And I think we can actually charge in. Yes, we can. Come on, and let's send in Dionosidoros. 14, enemy is disrupted. That is an enemy general unit that has fallen back. The frustrating thing is our men did not follow. And they generally won't. That's just the way things are. At least the generals. They generally are a little smarter than to just follow the enemy automatically. Let's charge downhill again. Enemy's fragmented. I would love to get a charge here, even though we just have light melee units. But if we can't, we'll settle for the next best thing, getting a flanking shot into the enemy's Thoriophori. There we go. All right, make sure we haven't forgotten anybody. Well, we still got these guys, but there's not much they can do. What about these guys? Well, actually, they can do a bit. Every javelin counts. And look at this, a nice charge with Neopotomelos. Let's do it. I think we'll hold on with the spearmen to charge, but yeah, we've definitely committed to this battle without a doubt. Ending the turn now. Come on, boys. And they actually managed to get a rear attack on our missile unit. That's a bit frustrating. Ooh, slingers! There we go, guys. Enemy unit broke just then. And we're going to charge into the flank of an already pretty badly damaged enemy unit here. That's absolutely great. I think we could maybe break them here as well, but that's just very good news. So we've managed to rout one of the enemy units, and the enemy definitely outnumbered us in this battle. So if we end up getting a victory here, I'm going to be a very, very happy Macedonian. Let's put it that way. A very happy Macedonian. So first things first, I want to try to hit him with spears. I kind of expected that he wouldn't fall for that, but the Thorophodoi are open for our attack. The issue is that the impact wouldn't actually be that strong, but we have a better chance of winning than we do of losing. For that reason alone, I'm going through with the attack. Let's go ahead and keep on looking. Maybe we can knock this general down finally. 21. Man, he's resilient. I'm going to go ahead and turn and fire at these guys. And let's turn and fire at them with the archers as well. There we go. We disrupted them. And one of them fell down. Beautiful. Unfortunately, we can't attack this turn with the cavalry because they're actually chasing the enemy. But I believe that we'll get a break next turn. Unfortunately, I think the enemy will break us right here. That being said, we need to keep looking for ways to get a victory. And if the chance isn't there, then we just have to wait. Just have to be as patient as possible. Let's take a look here. Can't fool me. Okay, let's end the turn. Maybe. No. I was hoping to get some sort of Centurion's helmet, but we didn't think of it in time. Also, they're quite expensive. The Centurion's helmets are quite expensive. Even the replicas, it's upwards of €100. Are you sure, Kandra? Because if you're trying to redeem the key now, it might not work. I believe you're going to have to wait until the game releases, and then you will be able to redeem your key. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. All right, let's see if we can't charge here. No, that charge is not going to go well. This charge isn't going to go well either. What about this one? We really want to break through that unit as well. Especially now that we're disrupted and the enemy's actually surrounded us. So I'm actually going to charge. Again, I rarely charge with my own melee units. In this case, however, we're facing an enemy missile unit. I should say I rarely charge with my own missile units. Since we're facing an enemy with a missile unit, it's actually a good time to charge and break them. They're going to have a very low probability of surviving, and they're likely going to pull back. So even though I can't attack with this unit, I'm going to move him up, the Thorophodoi, just a little bit closer to the enemy, and I will melee attack this unit, although nothing's going to come of it. But we've got this guy here. As long as we don't get smashed, which I think we might by Akakios, we might be able to get a flank attack on the enemy here. Let's take a look here. Don't start another flame war with Nox. You don't have to buy from the Slytherin store to get multiplayer play by email at all. No matter what medium you purchase it from, be it Steam, Slytherin store, Matrix store, you're going to have the opportunity to play PBM, one way or another. That's not a concern at all. Unfortunately, I think because we couldn't break through here, I think we're going to lose this battle. I really do. I thought we had a chance initially, but now I've lost some hope. I've lost just a little bit of hope. Oh, 16 fragmented now. I've lost a lot of hope. Come on, boys. Held firm here at least. I think they're going to break this unit this turn. Oh, he held firm. Wow. That's very surprising. And they're going to charge on one of our general units, and they actually managed to get him to fall back. And sure enough, I should have guessed, the enemy got a flank attack on this unit. Let's see if he could still attack this turn. 87% bet win. Well, I love you guys. I always like streaming for you guys, and I appreciate your confidence in me. But this is one of those situations where I don't know if I would have bet on myself, just because of the difference here. And unfortunately, yeah, we just had a unit break. That's definitely not good. Let's see what we can do here. So let's first try to charge into the enemy here with a nice flank charge. Enemy unit disrupted. Enemy unit fragmented. Ooh, this is interesting. Let's break them. Enemy unit broken, guys. Enemy unit disrupted. This is going okay. We're going to do another charge. Enemy unit held firm. We don't need that. We need consistent breaks through and through if we want to win. Once again, we hit the enemy unit. They did disrupt, and this is the enemy general, one of many enemy generals. Who knows? It's an interesting fight. It really is. You know, we basically control the eastern side of the map. They control the western side, and we don't seem to be really, you know, going back and forth all that much. You can do it, says Freedom Tower. I hope so. All right. End the turn. Okay, they weren't able to charge quite yet. That's very good news. That's going to give us one more turn of breathing room, I believe. 51, enemy held firm, but if we could break that enemy general, that's going to be incredible, guys. This would be an incredible victory if we manage it. We were outnumbered, we're chasing the enemy. It really would be an amazing victory if we actually managed it. I think we could possibly break the enemy here. They held firm. Well, I'll be. We're not going to be able to attack, but we will keep firing with our archers here. And let's see if we can't turn. We certainly can. And we'll also start turning with our Thoroketai. I think with this unit, I want to try and turn towards Akakios, son of Melantios, but we can't do that right now. We're going to have to do our absolute best. Let's take a look here. They should be damaging if you adhere to their historical value. Yes, slingers can be extremely dangerous. Absolutely. Yeah, let's take a look here. So Zach says we're fighting uphill. I think we're fighting downhill, actually. The hill is behind us right here. Height 50, height 25 here. So we're actually going downhill, at least on this end. On other parts of the battlefield, could be something completely different. There we go. We auto-broke the enemy unit, guys. Beautiful. We broke another unit just there. A third unit. What? That was like just a stack of dominoes falling apart there. That was beautiful. And that's one thing I love about the morale checks. We basically just broke their general, and 3 other units said, screw it. They threw their spears down, and they ran right off the field, as they should. We've been shown to be better men than them, and that's all that matters right now. So we are definitely winning right now. As you can see, 47% on the Greek side in terms of routes. That's pretty good. We've got a few friends of the Greeks that are a little disappointed. Well, I wouldn't give up yet. I mean, the Greeks still have more men, but we'll see what happens. Let's end the turn. Enemy unit dispersed. They don't even want to take any more chances. They're like, forget it. We're done with fighting. We've done enough. Let's just go home. Hello, Dolera. Welcome. Been blessed by the sheep. Don't forget, guys, please check out all of our YouTube channels. We still have another hour or so to stream, but I want to make sure that a lot of you guys are probably going to go play the game. So, Muso, if you could put all of our YouTube channels down below, I really would appreciate it if you guys would please subscribe to all of those. Every single one of them has a ton of Slytherin games, a ton of content, etc. And also make sure to subscribe to this Twitch channel. That's very important. If you're new here, subscribe now. We really, really appreciate it. Okay, let's see. So here we could get a pretty nice charge. And actually we could get a pretty nice charge here too. Now generally I would not take just this unit of Thorophoroi and go for the enemy, but in this case, we actually stand a pretty good chance of winning just on the impact, and sure enough, the enemy ran away. Wow. Thank you. So Alexius is explaining it. Agrippa's troops are pumped up from their previous victory, whereas the Greeks are dismayed by their previous defeat. And does that actually go into the game, Alexius, in terms of, you know, I guess the unit realizing that the opponent they're facing is a bit stronger than they anticipated, and so they don't fight as well? Because that would make sense. The Greeks definitely are a bit depressed, to say the least. They're not 100% sure what's going on. You know, they were winning. They thought for sure they could crush us, and now it's like, well, we could crush them, but no, maybe we can't. And all of a sudden, you're getting smashed left and right. I want to go ahead and charge here as well. I'd love to bring in this unit, but we're going to have to wait a bit. Yes, in a pursuit battle. Very cool. So let's see. We're doing pretty damn well. I was going to say I don't like to pat myself on the back, but that's a total lie. I actually love patting myself on the back. I'll do it right now. It's one of my favorite things to do. So, patting myself on the back, I think I'm doing pretty well here. Let's end the turn and see what happens. But first, I want to make sure I've moved all my units, and yes, I have. Come on, boys. Now, we might lose this unit, unfortunately. We still haven't broken enough of the enemy to be considered victorious, but we're really getting there. We're getting there very quickly. One second, guys. I'm going to send a message here. We're literally like the office is one room away, but I can't be bothered to run in there and take the mic off and be like, hey guys, by the way, do this. So give me 1 second here. Let Muso know to drop some channels. We'll be right with you, boys and girls. So there we go. I mean, that's a victory, and I'm really content with that victory because I didn't expect to win. And for all of you guys that bet on me, thank you so much. That was impressive victory, and thank you, Pixel. Yeah, I was very happy with that. I want to see what the casualty rate is like. I claim this as a glorious victory, and as you can see, I really like the realistic losses in this game. And I've said that so many times before, where, you know, whenever you're actually in a military situation, overwhelmingly speaking, now this is not always true, but overwhelmingly speaking, when you're in a battle, there's going to be more wounded than they're going to be dead. In this case, you can see here, 544 killed on the enemy side, 675 wounded. Sounds about right. And we only lost about 136 men with 275 wounded. So I really like the sort of back and forth. It's pretty fascinating stuff. And we're going to go ahead and continue forward to the next part of the campaign, guys. So now, we successfully achieved the victory once again. We've caught the enemy while their forces are divided, and we have to engage them now before their reinforcements can arrive. So let's jump in here. The Greeks had a larger army, but they were demoralized from their previous defeat. Skunked him, Agrippa. Thanks, Warrior. Warrior Donut. Appreciate it, man. All right, guys. So, yes, this is what I was looking for. Oh, there's my boys. There are my boys. Welcome, lads. Why do my Macedonians have pirate accents? I have no idea. Arg! You've done good in this here fight. I think we're going to go ahead and grab some veteran armored cavalry. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. We did this last time. We made a mistake. Hold on a sec. I want to get that Superior Warband. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's put the Superior Warband right. That's what I'm going to do. You know, do this, and I'll take these guys, the Thorophoroi, and put them over here. Sorry, guys. There we go. Third time's the charm, or fourth. Yeah, you're damn the eyes, Persia. Exactly. Gonna be some Greek casualties today. Absolutely, Dave. All right, let's see what else we can do here. Wouldn't mind some light javelin horse. I wouldn't mind some Cretan archers either. They seem to serve us pretty well anytime they've been in our employ. So I'll take some of these archers. Got some Thracians here. The Thracians I've had mixed success with the Thracians, to be honest with you. Very mixed success. Yeah, let's get rid of the Thracians. I'd rather get the Pike Phalanx. In fact, I'd rather get the veteran Pike Phalanx. So we're going to do that. We're not grabbing nearly as many cavalry as we had before. So I'm a little worried about that. Sorry, no, let's get rid of the Pike Phalanx. We want a veteran Pike Phalanx. Oh, there we go. We got him. Beautiful. Sorry. And once again, in this battle, I'm not going for the checkerboard formation. I generally love the checkerboard formation, but not here. It's not going to happen. And we do have some cavalry. We're just not going heavily into cavalry. Okay, I think that's going to be it. Let's accept. And we're in deployment mode. I like our positioning right now. We're zooming out to take a look at our shields. Look at those Macedonian shields. I love how they all have they each have their own kind of individual pattern. We'll see the enemy front line soon, but I think this time I want to be able to use my artillery, so I might actually play it safe this time and just kind of hang back to end the turn. Of course, it's our job to pursue the enemy, so for that alone, we may need to actually move forward. But look at that, they're moving forward already. Hey, not so bad, guys. I think we're gonna let them get a little closer here. Okay, and this actually also gives us time to set our archers up, because our archers are in a pretty bad situation in terms of location. Their location is not that great. Move these guys up. Still can't use our artillery, but we'll be able to use it sooner rather than later. And this is a bit of a risky setup because we're going heavily into infantry. I'll let you guys decide what you think. Oh, they're still moving forward. These Greeks want vengeance. They've lost a lot of brothers in battle, a lot that we've taken as slaves, a lot that we've just outright killed or maimed, and they absolutely want some payback. All right, well, I want some payback too. Let's go. Von Prusens is saying Agrippa will win this. I hope you're right. I hope you're right, my friend. I kind of want to start sending our cavalry out. Yeah, why not? Let's go for it. A little risky, just a little bit, but sending them out. And actually, I'm going to move forward. I said I wouldn't do this. So indecisive. I have got to be the most indecisive general out there. But I am going to move forward a bit. Just a bit, all right? We're not going to go crazy. But we're just going to show the enemy that we're not afraid. We're more than willing to walk towards them, pike in hand, ready to fight to the death. But we're also showing them, like, we still would rather you guys attack us. Let's see if you can manage that. Here we go. And actually, I'm going to move this Doreforoi over here. And I'm going to move this general, our commander-in-chief, over here because I don't want him on the far left of our formation. It's just not, it's not going to work out for us. All right. We can actually start firing with some archers. And they've got some archers themselves. Good shooting. Let's end the turn. Make sure we have moved everybody. And we have. And once again, unfortunately, we can't fire anything with our artillery right now. Hello, 33rd Ulrich. We'll end the turn. Confirm. Oh, they're getting closer for sure. I think at this point we might be able to hit them with the artillery. We'll have to wait and see, of course. Don't forget, guys, the game is now released. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but it is 4 minutes after release, so the game is now released. If you want to go ahead, Cheeto, maybe give away some codes here. I think some of these guys deserve a nice code for the game. And don't forget, I mean, even if you buy the game, you get an extra code from us. Don't feel bad. Give it to a friend. You've got a multiplayer opponent for life, number one, which is always fun. And also, you might be able to bring somebody else into the Grand Strategy community. You guys know that we are definitely a very niche community. and we're always trying to find people to join us. And I'm willing to bet that, maybe 40-50% of people that don't think they like strategy games, if they had the opportunity to play games like this and actually enjoy real strategy games and not a lot of the garbage that you see on Steam these days, I think they would probably get into it and probably find it quite fascinating. But if they don't get that opportunity, they'll never know. So once again, with the cavalry, I wanted to charge into the enemy javelin men here. It's dangerous because they're probably just going to run, but I can't help but feel that it's the right thing to do. So I'm going to first of all try to pepper them with arrows. Let me actually pepper the Thorofodoi with arrows as well. And I am going to go for it. Not with our general, of course, but with one of our cavalry units. And let's move this general forward as well. So once again, I'm trying to get on the enemy's flank. There we go. This seems to be working out okay. Again, the enemy does outnumber us. We're going to let them approach just a bit closer. And we should be able to fire our artillery now. Oh yeah, baby. Here we go. Let's fire it at Ambrosius, son of Anaketos. This is their commander-in-chief. How great would it be if we got an early game general kill with our artillery? That would just be marvelous. I don't think it's going to happen, but I can dream. I can certainly dream. Let's take a look here. Yes, you, as Ian mentioned, you don't have to worry about purchasing it on our site and not being able to play on Steam or with your Steam friends. If you purchase it on our site, you will have access to Steam. You will have access to the multiplayer community, etc. So you don't have to worry about that. I really kind of wanted to move these guys forward. Maybe we should. What do we do, guys? I'm leaving it entirely up to you. Do we move forward to meet the enemy armory, or do we stay in place? I want you guys to decide the first of 3 wins. So either we stay or move. Those are the options: stay or move. So Fleischpest says stay put. Fleischpest stay put. Kandra says, or Zachblood says stay put. Okay, everybody says stay put. Okay, wow. I've never seen such a massive agreement there. So we're going to stay put and let the enemy come to us. Confirm. And of course, we can take a nice look here just at the battle itself as the enemy moves into formation. I love this top-down view, especially when you're trying to determine what to do next. So the enemy's going to move past us, and this would give the possibility of our cavalry getting behind the enemy and flanking them, especially if they keep moving forward. So I like this. I'm not a defensive general at all. I mean, those of you that have watched me before in the past, you guys know that I'm probably the most aggressive general out there. I love to attack. I love taking the offensive, but in this case, I'm nearly biting my fingernails off because I want to attack, but I'm going to trust you guys on this one. Let's see what happens. Okay, here we go. So now, what to do? Well, we could already get some pretty good hits on the enemy, I think. We probably want to go for these guys up here. They're going to run. Yep. And I did not anticipate stopping directly in front of the Thorofodoi. They could probably attack us next turn, which is not good. 21. And we'll move this unit up here. 21. Are we still waiting for the enemy to reach us, guys, or are we moving forward? Let me go ahead and grab this heavy artillery. I'm going to hit their general again. 20. Oh, that did not feel good on the general's unit, not even a little bit. So it's now charge. People are saying now charge. And actually, we wouldn't be able to charge. We'd basically be able to stay in front of the enemy, so they would be the ones to make the first move if they decided to. So I actually agree with you guys. We're going to move forward. We are moving forward, and we're basically just standing across from the enemy. You're about to see a true slugfest here. When you've got two army groups, similar army groups, whether it's, Hellenistic army groups or Roman army groups, and they are across from each other in a perfect line like this, I call this a slugfest. This is just basically whoever wins, wins. We're just going to smash it out. We're hoping for the absolute best. And actually, our line matches up pretty evenly with theirs. So I was a little worried about, running out of men. But the enemy does have more men than us, but at least this frontal line is looking okay. And look at that from the bird's eye view. That's beautiful. That's just a really nice, battle line being set up here. All right, let's take these fellows here. And let's keep on trying to hit the enemy archers. There we go, one down. Oh, I kind of feel bad for that guy. Took one in the lower stomach. That's never a good place to get hit. Could go lower, though. Could be worse. Could be worse. Let's end the turn. Actually, there we go. Okay, now let's end the turn. All right, the enemy's charging, guys. We held firm, so did they, but they definitely lost more men in that attack. Once again, we disrupted the enemy. They fell back there. So far, their attacks seem pretty useless. We disrupted another enemy unit. They're charging here. They held firm, but they fell back. We're doing really well, guys. They held firm, but fell back once again. I'm surprised we didn't get any sort of disruptions on the line. We've got some disruptions here, but that's a good start. We definitely won the first meeting of the pikes, as I like to call them. Let's take a look here. Your cat will kill you if you don't get one. Ooh, artillery, big men. You think you can beat the power of Macedon with rocks? It's hilarious. All right, well, we're going to keep it up. First things first, I want to lock these guys into combat. Let's do that. Of course, our Phalanx is stronger than the Thorophoroi. They're going to move back, cowards. And we're going to charge this Thorophoroi unit as well. 43, they held firm. Got to give it to them. I mean, even though they're definitely retreating a lot here, you know, they're trying their best. By the way, you know, if you've ever had, especially you younger folks that I'm sure are watching the stream, if you've ever had, a teacher or a business partner or a boss tell you, it's all about, just do the best you can do. That's never true. You should always do better than the best. And especially if you're a general in a conflict like this, you need to do better than your best. Because if you lose, it likely means death for you, if not being just totally disgraced by your own people. So my best is not enough in this battle. We need to crush the enemy. It's that simple. I'm going to go ahead and attack. And actually, we got an impact charge there. I'm surprised that they didn't break right away, because that's a heavy hit on the enemy. Let's take a look here. That's a good question, JC Van Prusen. So JC Van Prusen was asking how many difficulty settings there are and which one am I playing now. So there are 6 difficulty settings, and we're playing the 3rd. So we're kind of in the middle. I thought that would be fairly fair, no pun intended. Let's keep moving forward here. 47, enemy disrupted, push back. And we've actually got Ambrosius stuck here, the enemy general. He's kind of unsure of what to do. We're going to keep moving forward. Held firm. I think another reason they held firm is they've got this unit behind them. And look at this. This superior warband charge is going to be vicious. We've disrupted the enemy. We're moving forward. We could actually get a nice flanking charge here, but this is a raw pike phalanx. So I actually think our men could beat them alone without any assistance. I don't want to say that that's definitely going to happen, but it's definitely a likelihood. So let's do that for now, and we'll also keep attacking over here. So let's see what we can do with these guys. We can try to hit these guys and get a nice impact charge. 20, not bad. And take the warband, impact the enemy here. And this, of course, is the close order warband. I thought it was our general unit, but it looks like it's changed since last turn. That's not our general unit. Our general unit is right here, Dionysidoros, son of Ambrosius. Now, at any point in the game, you can transfer your general to other units in the field. So I want to make that very, very clear. That's absolutely an option. Even if you have like an elephant unit, if you for some reason feel like, you know what, I want to take this general and put it in this unit, you can do that. It's not a problem. In this case, I like the general being back here, sort of out of harm's way. I don't want him going down this quickly. And so far, we don't have a single break, so this battle is still very much up for grabs, believe me. Let's go ahead and charge. 13, not too bad, not too bad. Get a nice flank attack here. And there we go, one Thorofodoi down. And I'm actually going to move back here. I don't want to take a charge from the Thorofodoi, so I'm falling back. Now keep in mind, when you fall back with a unit, there is a chance that the unit will have to take a morale check and obviously break. So you want to be careful with falling back too much. Let's charge here, 29. Enemy held firm. I got to say, you know, these Greeks, they're definitely not the bravest faction we faced in this game, not by any stretch of the imagination. I don't think they're known for their bravery. They're certainly known for their Phalanx ability and formations. And, you know, once that Phalanx starts to work, it's incredibly strong. But when it's not working, they're kind of pretty common, you know, to be honest. Let's throw some, there we go, a few missile units that way. And we shall end the turn here. Come on, men. Ooh, they're getting us here. They're attacking us from 2 angles. That's never good. Wow, look at that. So our warband absolutely fought off the Thorofodoi, just crushing them there. That was brilliant. Enemy unit disrupted. Can we get the first break? Can we get first blood? I have to also give it to this raw peg Phalanx unit. We've seen how easy it is to break them, but these guys have actually hung in there for quite a while, so I've got a little bit of respect for them. I also want to thank everybody for showing up. We've got 145 viewers, which is just great. I really do appreciate it, and make sure to share this with your friends. Share share on social media. Obviously, take a look at our YouTube channels. Subscribe there and subscribe here if you're new. There we go, fragmented pushback. And yes, this will not be the last time we give away codes. It's something we do occasionally on our streams, and it's something we like to do. We like to make you guys happy, and overall, we like to keep you guys happy, especially when you're here watching us and giving us your attention. So let's go ahead and move forward here. 40, enemy held firm. And over here, the enemy would also hold firm. We've got to be careful. We're getting a bit too cocky. Enemy broke. There we go. That was 9% of the enemy army, so we finally broke an enemy unit. Absolutely wonderful. Let's see if we can't break these guys too. 47, they're fragmented. They're not going to be around for much longer, let's put it that way. Let's break these guys. More Greeks breaking. Yes, they have broken as well. Beautiful. Over here, I'm not so sure that's a good idea. Although, maybe we can go for the raw peg Phalanx, or either way here, this is not going to be the best situation for us. But I'm going to go for the raw peg Phalanx. Yeah, I just think there's more of a chance to break them. However, we are going to take our main general here, Dionysodorus, and we are going to get a flank attack on the enemy. Although getting a flank attack on this enemy would probably be better because we'd break them, but we're not close enough. So we'll go for these guys, hope for the best. For the general. And actually, this time we were the ones beaten back. I'm a little surprised. These Greeks are learning some techniques from us, I think, from the previous battles. All right, let's see what we want to do here. Get behind the enemy here. And we've got some archers. Might as well fire into the enemy flank. Nice! I love seeing those hoplites go down. And we do have some artillery. Can we use it? We better be able to. Gonna fire at the Thorofodoi. Alright, that wasn't that effective. And once again, despite the Thorofodoi being a Phalanx unit as well, they're not as tightly packed together as a regular pike Phalanx. The artillery really works best against tightly packed units. So if you fire at, auxiliary units, missile units, you're not going to get you're not going to get the greatest outcome every time. Let's see. Very cool. Keep on giving out those keys. The artillery is absolutely effective. It's a good question at not only breaking enemy morale, but also, like I said, units like this, like a Phalanx, they can get heavily damaged by the artillery. Let's see if we can't break this unit. Toro Foray, break! Yes! Now, the enemy managed to hold firm, but we're off to a really good start. I'm going to keep fighting. I've never had a unit attack twice in one turn, and that's probably why. It's not a great idea. You know, they're tired, but I did it anyway, and I still stand by my decision. All right, here we go. What can we do here? Doesn't look like there's much, and we'll end the turn, turn it over to the enemy. There we go, another enemy break. Absolutely wonderful. Another enemy break right there. We don't have a single unit that's broken yet. I mean, our guys are just getting exceptionally professional as an army. Or enemy flank attack. This might be the first break for the enemy, or maybe not. And there they fragmented and auto-broke our unit. And that's an auto-break. So, in other words, our unit had no chance to even do a morale check. They just left. They ran away immediately. So I don't feel as bad about that. And so far, we're doing pretty damn well. That's a good question, Gorath. Just being here helps. So, you know, just watching us definitely helps. The keys are random for the most part. We do have a wizard here that decides in his infinite wisdom which keys to give away first, but in general, it's totally randomized. So that's the answer to that question. Okay, now what to do? One second, guys. Let's get back to the fight. Scutari's already calling it a win. Well, I want to know what Alexios thinks of my progress so far. If he's impressed, then I'm happy. But I think if you're calling the win now, that would be awesome if we get a win. I think that would be excellent. But I'm not calling it yet. I think the enemy still has a chance. Still a lot of fighting to be done. But look at that. They actually broke. Almost immediately. This unit is now disrupted, and it's an enemy general unit. Let's go for it. Come on, boys. 16-16, pretty even. Let's keep on moving. No problem. No problem, sir. 45 breaks. There we go. Wonderful. And just look at all those broken units. I mean, these are all enemy units that have completely been just smashed. And we kind of have to decide what to do with them. Now, we could definitely chase them down. I'm not sure if that's going to benefit us or not, you know, because we could be using this against units that haven't broken yet. But at the same time, we would cause a lot of confusion. So I'm going to try to chase them down. They're going to be routing every which way. And again, I'm not even sure if this is the right or appropriate approach to this situation. Let's see here. And we get a charge here also. $15. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Yeah, I want a dead general. Not our general. Let's be very clear. I want a dead enemy general. So I'm going to keep going for Ambrosius here. If we kill this guy, I mean, that's the enemy army's commander-in-chief. That's a huge win. You know, that's just a huge win. We've got Dionysodorus here, and I think he could do a lot of damage to the enemy. 45. They held firm, but they were pushed back. I got to give it to them. They did an okay job there. That's our main general, so if they can hold out against him, they can hold out against just about anybody. As you can see here, though, you see the enemy still has some fighting spirit left in them. And I would love to attack the enemy general here with our warband, although I'm certain that they're likely one of two things. They're either going to evade if we attack, or if we turn to get a flank attack here, they're going to end up hitting our flank. So we're going to charge. I think it's the best thing to do. Move the enemy back a bit. And I'm definitely not attacking with these guys, but let's make sure we haven't forgotten anybody. Ooh, we've got some artillery. Looks like we can only fire at units that are running away, so why not? Let's go for it. 2. So since they're running, the chance of hitting them is even less likely. Okay, let's end the turn. That's a win already. So now von Prusen is calling wins too. We'll have to see. You may be right. But look at that. They just had a unit rally. But they did just have a unit disperse. Oh, not my warband. Firing at the warband for sure, and as you can see, since the warband is tightly packed and there's a lot of men in a warband, they took a lot of damage. 23 is pretty good for a missile unit. Here we go. 49. Enemy held firm, but they did fall back, and that's the enemy general unit, so maybe we can wipe them out this turn. Unfortunately, we just lost a unit, and a general has fallen on our side. That's definitely our general that just fell there. Right there, the veteran pike phalanx, that's going to be painful and tough to get over. It happens, but I wish it didn't happen to us. Let's put it that way. Turn around. I'm going to go ahead and continue the attack, try to avenge the life of our fallen general. He's somewhere back here. In fact, I think he's right here. You see sort of these sort of wings coming off the top of his helmet. That could be the general unit right there. Let's go ahead and attack. And congratulations. Somebody else won a key. Very cool, man. Let's go for the attack. 20. $15. Raw pike phalanx. I respect you guys, but come on. We need you to retreat. This victory must be ours. All right, well, we're going for their general. They went for ours. It's only fair that we go for theirs. Let's get a flank attack. 40. Enemy broke. We did not kill their general. But it's a start. It's a definite start. Keep on moving. Well, let's see what we can do over here. Charge! And those guys are broken. We don't have to worry about them. Let's turn around to face these guys. Turn around to face them once again. And with this armored cavalry unit, we'll start heading towards the rest of the enemy. Now we're starting to turn around to face the remaining enemy forces. And we might still be able to get a shot off here with our artillery. Why not try? Trying to look for any enemy unit that is not running. But that might be easier said than done. So let's see if we can't get a lucky kill here on Ambrosius, the son of Anicetos. There we go. 29. That was pretty good. We could have definitely gotten a general kill there. All right, we got this guy. Let's... Yeah, we want to move this way for sure. The east is pretty much under our control. We got this warband here. He's going to get peppered a lot by the light javelin men, but I don't think it's going to affect any sort of victory. Lucky general survived indeed. And hello, welcome, Wavell. Good to see you, man. Let's end the turn. And there we go. They managed to fragment one of our archers. Not break, mind you, but fragment, which is pretty damn good. All right, and they're actually disrupting one of our hoplite units. They actually managed to break a pike phalanx. That is frustrating. And what did I tell you? I got the feeling that the enemy cavalry was going to attack us here in the flank, but I thought they were far enough away that they wouldn't manage it. They managed it. This puts us in a bit of a tight spot now. Now the battle is not so certain, I don't think. .43, fragmented enemy. All right, boys, you've got to come out of this better. Let's charge. And the enemy broke. Beautiful. And maybe we can get a charge here. If not, maybe we can get a charge at the rear of the Thoroforoi. They actually held firm, which is surprising. Very surprising. A rear charge from an enemy like that, or from a unit like that, should be fatal. And we actually should have stopped about one tile before there. Let's hit the enemy unit. Maybe we'll get lucky and kill the general. 22, not a bad start. And I'm going to go ahead. I hate to do this to the raw peg phalanx. As far as I'm concerned, these are a bunch of young Greek men that wanted to become hoplites. They just got into training. They didn't even have a chance to complete it. And now they're in a fight with vicious, angry, bloodthirsty Macedonians. Us. And we're about to flank charge them. Sorry, boys. All right, there we go. 36. Yeah, they're fragmented, and I think this is going to be a break. Show no mercy. They held firm. I mean, I'm continually impressed by the raw peg phalanx. They're doing okay for such a noobish unit. They really are doing pretty okay. Now, over here, on the other hand, not going okay. We might be able to break these guys. Let's go for it. That would be a pretty good win, and there we go. Managed to break a unit, and interestingly enough, one of the pike phalanx guys fell right in front of us. I always love when that happens. Let's keep on moving. Thank you for following us, guys. Much appreciated. Okay, let's take a look over here. Don't forget, guys, to subscribe to all of our channels. Every single one of these channels is related in some way to the Slytherin group. Let's go ahead, Matrix. And of course, I think plenty of you know me already, AgrippaMaxentius. If you want to find me, you simply type my name into, of course, Steam, or excuse me, into YouTube. And you'll find me pretty quickly. But these are the main channels I want you guys to focus on, because these are our basically our number one channels, the channels that really try and, you know, keep you guys informed about the games that are going on. So you absolutely want to go ahead and, you know, subscribe to those as quickly as you can. It's just that simple. You know, these things are important. And also, if you'd like, something that really helps us is if you watch videos on our channels, for instance, if you can let us know what videos you would like to see, like specifically, you know, what series you'd like to see streamed, that also really helps. So keep that in mind, guys. And I want you guys to remember that. That is very important. Now let's get back to the fight and see if we can't finish this off with a total victory. By the way, I am a notorious save scummer, and I haven't saved yet, so hold on a second. How dare I? So we're going to call this Macedon. Here we go. The trailer is awesome. Thank you, Tesker. Okay, let's see if we can go ahead and anything else we can do. We do have this unit right here. Yeah, we'll turn around. Apparently we could still get a shot here, and this time we can actually get a shot to a unit that's still on the field and hasn't run away, but that was a pretty ineffective one, we'll be honest. And don't forget, guys, the game is already out, so if you want to go start picking up your copies, now is the time. Okay, we're going to end the turn. Come on, victory must be ours. There There we go. A ton of enemy units routing. Look at this. This is a bloodbath. Unfortunately, some of them are coming back. I think finally, at least in this battle, what is this, battle 4, guys, or battle 3? I don't actually remember. But they're starting to return now to the fight, and it seems like some of them are a little angry. They definitely have the desire to get to gain vengeance for their fallen comrades. I'm not sure they're going to succeed, though. And there we go. We finally broke the raw pike phalanx. It was only a matter of time. But they fought very well for a raw pike phalanx. And actually, our warband rallied. And there we go. The enemy lost heart. We are victorious. There we go, boys and girls. Another victory. Just awesome. And we can claim this as a glorious victory. Once again, we're taking a look here just at the casualties. 1,425, and of course 435 on our side in terms of those killed. We did pretty well. Yeah, pretty well. So you fight an army of elephants again. We could maybe make that happen. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and close. And we successfully achieved the conditions. And now, this is interesting. I thought for sure we'd won, but of course I think we have to go to 5 or 6 battles before we win the campaign for just this faction. So, we have been attacked from an unexpected direction by another enemy army. What do we do, guys? 1 or 2? Do we fight them with our rear echelon forces? Or 2, do we march to meet them with our field army? You will not have time to replace your losses from the last battle. I am voting for 2. That's just me. I'm voting for 2. We've come so far, we might as well finish them off here. And I will say, we are coming close to the end of the stream, so we probably won't be able to finish this battle, but I'm absolutely going to save this one on our next Field of Glory stream. I want to come back to this, and I want to finish this campaign entirely. I think we're really close to a victory. 2. Yep, I think 2. I agree with you guys. Let's go for it. Come on. Our boys are strong enough. Yes, they're going to be tired from the last battle. They're going to have lacerations on their body. They're going to be somewhat wounded, but I think they have the will to win. Look at that. Beautiful. Just wonderful. It's not going to be easy, but I think we can do it. Let's grab these guys first of all and deploy them over here. Grab the cavalry unit. I'm putting the cavalry all on one side just because we don't have much cavalry. So I think it's going to be a lot more effective used together than spread out. And in this case, I'm definitely waiting for the enemy to reach us. So let's end the turn. And let's see what the Greeks have here. Oh boy. Yeah, they have a lot of Toroforoi. I don't get too intimidated because initially, I think our first battles were a bit tougher. They had actual pike phalanxes, which are much more dangerous than the Toroforoi. The Toroforoi are a very medium sort of unit. They do function as a phalanx, essentially. But I've had much better luck actually fighting with a real phalanx. And actually here we did do a little mistake. We don't want a square formation, so I'm not going to move the rest of these guys forward next turn. I'm just going to move these guys forward. But I do believe we might be able to fire soon. Nope, not yet. Ending the turn, make sure we have moved everybody, and indeed we have. There we go. Sure enough, the enemy's going to take the bait. Oh, nice hit. Oh, man, they got a nice hit there on the Cretan archer. Wow, we actually managed to disrupt a unit that early on. That's pretty fascinating. And let's see if this artillery can go ahead and get a hit here. I'd love to try and disrupt this unit this early on in the fight, but no, we didn't even get a single hit there. Let's see if we could chase the light javelin horse. Now he's going to get away. We'll move these light javelin units forward, though, and the rest of our units are going to stay put. One thing I'm not liking, look at all of the light javelin men units that the enemy has. Now, if I were the enemy, what I would do is I would be going into these woods and basically attacking my army from the rear. You would be really surprised. You guys would be extremely surprised at how much damage slingers, archers, light javelin men, heavy javelin men, they can all do extreme amounts of damage. I mean, for instance, I've killed elephants in the game using light javelin men units. So don't think that these are just, puny guys with short spears. If you let them hit you enough times, they will disrupt you, and they'll make you pay the price for sure. Let's take a look here. I'm saving again. I just don't trust myself enough. I'm saving again. Let's do Macedon 2. Yes, Zarathustra, actually, that's a great point. The Scots have their clans, or had their clans, hundreds, thousands of years ago. And the clans would always be fighting with one another despite, being on the same landmass. And the same is true for the Greeks, the Syracusans, the Spartans, the Athenians, the Macedonians. Of course, they were always fighting nonstop. In fact, at one point, and I'm sure this is most of you, or I'm hoping most of you know this, at one point the Spartans actually sided with the Persians. So when you see that movie 300, you're thinking these Spartans are always going to fight against Persia. No, they actually fought with the Persians against Athens, several times. So, it really, there's no honor amongst thieves. Let's put it that way. Let's see over here. Ah, yes, and Alexis making a great point. Always officers waiting to be promoted. So even if you lose a general in a battle, it's going to affect you for that particular battle. But in the future, obviously, you're going to have men willing to replace that general. And that makes sense. That's very much, historically, that's correct. There's always somebody to replace the last guy. Let's end the turn. Here we go. Letting them advance. There's no king, only commander-in-chief, which I guess you could assume to be the king, but if he dies, ostensibly he's replaced by a son or another general, depending on the culture. War is hell. It certainly is. It's good to be the king. Ah, yes, history of the world reference there. One of my favorite references from a movie. Oh, very nice. So the king is wounded, and that kind of makes sense. So in this case, just kind of disappears for a bit, gets stitched up, and he's back to the battlefield before you know it. Yes. Nefarious. I'm so glad that we have a bunch of people here that have watched History of the World. What an excellent film, number one. Let's go ahead and fire here. My favorite is always the Count of Money. Demone. Demone, say it. Oh, love that part. Let's go ahead and see. Oh, we could charge here. Might work out. But I think I'd rather go ahead and try and move up just a little bit, just getting a little closer to the enemy. Then again, I don't want to leave my cavalry behind. That's going to be dangerous. Well, guys, we are getting right there to that time when the stream must end. It must come to an end at some point. So, Muso, if you haven't given out all of the keys, please do. And I want to thank everybody for stopping by. I want to thank Richard Bodley Scott for making such an awesome game, such a fascinating game, a fun game. And actually, me and Richard have not yet had a 1-versus-1 multiplayer match. I'd love to do that at some point. But just really, really had fun here. I hope you guys had fun. And remember, I want to remind you guys that this was just one campaign out of 48 different factions. This was just one campaign, and we're not even done with it. and the enemy we're facing is just one of 48 possible enemies. I mean, the amount of replay value that this game has is huge. You've got your campaigns. You've got your custom battles, so you can create a battle however you want. You've got multiplayer, so you can play with your friends and, you know, trade strategies, or if you guys are having an argument as to which culture was a superior warrior, you could do that. We've even had some people that, you know, played miniature board games before and have encountered some sort of injury. We had one guy that had a bad back, and now that he's got, you know, this wonderful game, Field of Glory 2, he can keep on playing, you know, his miniature games via the PC, which for him was like a really big deal. So this game has a ton of replay value. It's fun as hell. We've also got the epic battles. I didn't mention those. So a lot of epic battles from this time period, Battle of Zama, etc. And this is definitely something I recommend you guys pick up. I'm not just saying that because I work for the company. Believe it or not every single stream I do here is something that I enjoy. But when I'm playing Field of Glory 2, I'm transported into a totally different world. I feel like I'm actually commanding an ancient army, and I feel like the consequences of my actions really, really matter. And that's something I love about this game. So even when I lose a general, when I kill an enemy general, when I see the wounded in my army, I'm thinking all these questions. I'm using my imagination to determine, well, what happens to these wounded guys? Or why did this guy get killed? Or why did this not work? And what strategy could I use next time to get a victory? And I'm always doing that with this game. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for showing up. I hope you all had an awesome time. We'd love to do another stream. And let me remind you guys that once again, the game is out now. Go buy it. Go pick it up. I want to see a bunch of people on multiplayer. I want to see you guys. I want to see your skills. And I want to see if you can stand up to the pressure. We'll have to wait and see. Congratulations, Scott. Very cool. Thank you, Calamitous. Especially my cat, Mr. Bickles. Indeed. No worries, Laird. It's my pleasure. There we go. We got another one. Congratulations, Toys and More. My pleasure, Wavell. No problem. Absolutely. Oh, Dogs of War, you were watching as well. Good to see it, man. I am glad that you guys saw the stream. That's very cool. All right, my friends. Ave. I will see you next time. Have a glorious day.